This is Eva, and you're watching SocaMom TV.
Welcome to another craft tutorial. I made a giant spider about 4 years ago that was about 6 feet, including the legs, for an event. At this year's event, we had 4 smaller spiders made by NicoleandMadeline.com. They were a huge hit, so I modified the pattern so that you can print it out and make one of your own. You will need half a yard of fabric, 2 sets of scissors, small craft ones and larger fabric ones, the pattern which you can download from SocaMom.com, a needle and thread or a sewing machine, a standard unsharpened pencil, a skewer or thin stick, stuffing, and pins. I chose several different designs to make a patchwork spider, but you can use any fabric you like. First, cut out the parts of the pattern to make it easier to work with. I chose 2 different designs for the top and the bottom of the spider and worked with the circle pattern to correspond with the spider's head. Now we're going to use real spider terms here, so I don't say stuff like thingies. The part that looks like the head is the cephalothorax, and the back is the abdomen. Those curved things are called mouth fangs. Next, pin the trimmed pattern to the fabric and cut along the lines. Take the pins out and we have 2 identical shapes. Set those to the side. Then take the fabric that you chose for the mouth bangs and fold it in 4. Depending on the fabric you use, you'll need to pay close attention to the right and wrong sides. Make sure you're always pinning the right sides together. Again, we pin the pattern to the fabric and cut. Take the pins out and you'll have 4 identical pieces. Set those aside. Now we move on to the legs. You'll need 16 pieces for this, so I folded one design in 8, pinned the pattern, and cut. Then did the same with the other design. After that, I matched and pinned the pieces. I did the same thing for the mouth fangs. You can use the machine, but these are so tiny, it's probably safer to hand sew these. Use the pointed craft scissors to turn the mouth fangs inside out. Then use a pin to get the point of the mouth fang to show when it is inside out. Next, sew up the legs. This is really fast on a machine. Remember to use the 1/8 inch guide so that everything is even. Use a pencil to open up the leg and then use the skewer to turn it inside out. It looks fast and easy, and sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't. Use a pin to get the point of the leg to show. Take a little of the stuffing and use the skewer to stuff the mouth fangs. The legs are very skinny, so to get those stuffed, we wrap the skewer with the stuffing and then slide the skewer into the leg. Once you reach the end, carefully squeeze and remove the skewer. Make a stitch across the end of the leg to make an ankle of sorts. Then do the same to make a knee. I don't have the scientific terms for these, but it's better than thingy. Make 3 passes with the machine. Once you've done all 8 legs, it's time to pin them to the cephalothorax. You can use the guide from the pattern, or you can just start at the base and work your way around. Start by pinning to the bottom piece, knees facing up. Mouth fangs should face one another. After you have pinned everything to the bottom, add the top piece and transfer the pins so that one pin holds the top, leg, and bottom together. Do this for all 8 legs and 2 mouth fangs. Carefully and slowly sew them all together. Don't forget to use the 1/8 inch guide on the machine and be careful not to break your needle sewing across the pins. Leave the bottom of the abdomen open. Now for my favorite part. Turn it inside out, pulling the legs through the hole you left in the abdomen. So far, so good. Now we stuff the cephalothorax, going through the hole that you left in the abdomen. Put as much stuffing in there as you can, but remember to leave the neck free. Sew up the neck with 1 pass on the machine. After that, stuff the abdomen. The ribbon is optional. You can either hand sew the abdomen closed, or you can add a ribbon where the spinnerets would go. You can hang it from a door as a do not disturb, I'm reading sort of thing, or you can just hang it up somewhere, anywhere that you'd like. Measure and cut the ribbon to the desired length and pin it to the abdomen to close. You can sew by hand or on the machine. I chose to finish it on the machine. And there you go! Special shout out to Nicole and Madeline for coming up with such a great pattern for me to modify. If you make your own spider plush, post it on Instagram and tag me at SocaMom. Tweet it and at me at SocaMomDC or tag SocaMom in your post on Facebook. Check out my book, A Nancy's Family Reunion, available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle.